2015 has been a year to forget for the national football team Harambee Stars. Disorganization at the National Federation meant preparations for any match were chaotic in 2015. It all started with a CHAN competition qualifier against Ethiopia. In the two-legged tie mid-year, it was expected that Harambee Stars will pull through given the quality of the players that were in the team. They arrived in Ethiopia 2 days before the match and declared they were ready for that particular game.
We're looking forward to the game. The players are prepared, and it's just a case of picking 18 and disappointing 2 other players, but it's just the nature of the game, I'm afraid, and they just need to accept that.
The match itself was a disaster. In front of a capacity crowd in Bahir Dar, north of Ethiopia, Harambee Stars went down 2-0, with the hosts dominating the proceedings. A late penalty was also squandered by the Harambee Stars to lose 2-0. The return leg was a drab 0-0 affair at the Nyayo National Stadium that knocked out the Harambee Stars from the competition in the first qualifying round. Then came the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. First stop was Congo-Brazzaville, where Harambee Stars surprised everyone by holding the hosts to a 1-1 draw. This was seen as the perfect launchpad for the campaign, and the fans suddenly had hope. So when Zambia came calling in the second match of the qualifiers, the faith in the fans was visible as they filled the Nyayo National Stadium to capacity. Harambee Stars even took an early lead, Michael Olunga proving his worth with the early goal. But then that is all that Harambee Stars had to show in the entire match. Zambia crept back and scored 2 goals to win 2-1. Issues of indiscipline then emerged from the Harambee Stars camp, with accusations of senior players having a party on the eve of the crucial match. All this was denied by the Football Kenya Federation, but the coach let the cat out of the bag by dropping the accused 4 players from his next squad. But the most embarrassing moment for the Harambee Stars was the trip to Cape Verde in November that has now landed top FKF officials in hot soup. Just days after beating Cape Verde 1-0 in Nairobi, the Stars were to go to Cape Verde for the return match. The Ministry of Sport booked a commercial airline for the team, only for FKF top officials to opt for a chartered plane. There was not enough money to pay for the charter, and Stars almost missed the flight. It took the intervention of Sports Cabinet Secretary Hassan Wario for the Stars to head out to Cape Verde, arriving 2 hours to kick off. They lost 2-0, and after investigations into the matter, the police have now recommended that FKF President Sam Nyamoya, Chief Executive Officer Michael Esakwa, and Acting Finance Officer Samson Tirop be prosecuted. Harambee Stars ended the year in Ethiopia at the annual Sekafa Senior Challenge Cup. After a super start where they beat Uganda 2-0 in the first match, Harambee Stars drew 0-0 with Burundi and lost 3-1 to lowly Zanzibar. They barely sneaked into the quarterfinals, where they were knocked out on penalties by Rwanda after a 0-0 draw. Again, stories of indiscipline came up, but the coach was quick to defend his players.
4 games before the next game, they were allowed a beer. 4 days before the next game. And yet, all we're getting back from Nairobi is indiscipline, drinking sprees and nonsense like that, which is far from the truth.
He instead accused a Kenyan journalist of sabotage, leading to the loss in the quarterfinals.
Thanks to you for what you written in Saturday's newspaper, saying our boys are indisciplined, going on drinking sprees. You're the one that phoned them and asked them across the road for a beer. And you bought them the beer, and then you write about it. Our professionalism has been questioned since Saturday, every day since then. And I'm trying to focus a team. You should have a good look at yourself.
So, an eventful year coming to a close when there is uncertainty on the dates for the next FKF elections. With no clear future, even the coach doesn't know what the future holds, with the Africa Cup of Nations campaign resuming in March.
I don't know. We need to go back and regroup. As a federation, we need to look at all the wrongs we've did and work together and hopefully get the media working with us and not against us and certain people. And if we can all pull in the one direction, it would certainly help, but I don't understand it.
After the FKF elections, the Ministry of Sport has once again promised to set up the Harambee Stars Management Board. It is hoped that then the affairs of the team will be handled better for a better output on the pitch. For Citizen TV, I'm Mike Okinyi.